Hi, Random Dinosaur. How are you? I'm holding my own. I could be better, but I don't want to be sad or depressing or anything. It's just there's been a lot going on, and I'm just kind of feeling it. So, but I'm good. I will be okay later. I'll go watch me some episodes of things that make me feel better, as we all should. I'm just prepping a few nails because I was gonna um I'm trying to figure out how to get the video to do what I need it to do by going live, as there's not a whole lot of explanations of things. Um, so I'm gonna prep some nails here so that I can do a couple of demos while I'm just here practicing getting comfortable being live. It's scary for me. Oh, it will get a little better. I'm just feeling a little sad and blue. There are things I should not watch on TV, and I have been watching them. The series that are, you know, how do I put this? Let's just say somebody mentioned, I was on another YouTube channel, and the subject of Iron Fist came up, a Disney show, and it was suggested I watch. And first of all, it's sad and depressing, and it makes me angry how the kid's being treated. And then I'm also sitting here watching this going, wow, this is really bad. The it's not so much the acting, but it's like the dialogue and the script. It's like, are you kidding? So I'm kind of emotionally invested in this, and it has me feeling very, not me. And then the Wheel of Time is back, and so I started rewatching from the beginning because I like to go to the past seasons of things and before I watch the new season. And it's like sitting there watching this, it's like all the fighting and the drama and the evil people, and it just, hi, Love Daddy. Uh, Hinius, Binia. I'm sorry. I hope I pronounced that right. Hi, Martha. So basically, I'm watching all these shows, and then I watched a video of an influencer that oh, she was being mean and ugly. She was in a cookie store or donuts and wanted a cake, and basically the ones that they had that she wanted were like pre-orders, and she was being rude and, do you know who I am, and I support this business, and I'm an influencer. I'm like, oh my god. So I'm just feeling all this stuff, and it's just making me feel like not me. So but to answer the question, I am an ambassador for Maniology, and Maniology is a nail polish, nail art, nail supply company that you can buy from them directly, or you can you can be a part of their community with a monthly subscription. And those subscriptions will give you, um, most people can go to the website and buy everything that they have, but the subscription ones are just exclusive to the subscription members. And so basically you get these plates that have the etchings on them. I have more interesting ones over here. But you get the etchings on them, you put the polish on them, and then you apply that to your nail. And I'll be kind of demonstrating that in a little bit. This is a plate that they came out a while ago, and I'm finally getting around with to all the stuff that I've had going on to being able to share this one. So you kind of see what they do. And then that, oh my God, cool, I'm a sub. Thank you. So basically, I'm an ambassador trying to promote this stuff. So I do this on my own channel, and the company has been doing their own versions of a live video almost every week for the better part of since 2020. And I think they're kind of wearing out. I think their job is so demanding that it's hard for the ladies to do their job, plus to be content creators for YouTube and to keep ahead of the trends and do all the things that they have to do. Basically, if I'm going to film a video that's anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour, there's a lot of prep work. There's a lot of hours I have to spend to get everything ready to go to make it be visually accessible. And these ladies also have a job, and the stuff that they do, they have to plan a year in advance. So it's a lot of pressure to do that and do the live. So I'm filling in because they're stepping back, and the community that does the weekly lives have bonded. And so I'm just trying to be a place for people to land, that if the lack of the live videos is going to be an emotional thing for people. And I know that it was for me during the pandemic, the other channels I followed that went away. I'm just trying to be a place where they can pop in, we can talk nails, we can talk whatever we want to talk about, and all that fun stuff. So there's that. Me being the wildest, weirdest, craziest, wackiest grandma you'll ever meet. Yeah, I'm a grandma. My baby girl's 41, she'll be 42 this year. My youngest he'll be 33 this year. I have a grandchild that will almost be, at the same time my son turns 33, my grandchild will be 18. So I keep buzzing my daughter about that. You're old enough to have a human, it's an adult. And she's like, shut up. Because that makes her old. And then the other grandchild is gonna be 14 in a couple weeks. So I'm an old one, old as dirt. And I put a primer on. This is just clear polish. It's not it's Sally Hansen. It's not anything that Maniela does because it's inexpensive. And I think it does because these are plastic, the polish does some odd things to it. So I put a barrier so that we don't have that problem, because I don't know how toxic that is. Anyway, so this is the plate. It's available for anybody to, if you like the idea of this, you can purchase. The plate name is M300. The name is Mod Pods. It's a wild plate. I got it because it's a wild plate, and it's a good thing for base things. So let me grab one over here that I had. Oh, don't fall. Don't fall. Okay. So essentially, let's see. Okay, this one was one that came out, I want to say a month or two ago. Do I have the other one, the version of it? There it is. So, for example, I did not like how these ones were etched and the way that they came out. To me, they just kind of come out with like blobs. So essentially what you could do though is you could take like this image. So I'm gonna get These ones are just different shapes and blobs that you can put on a plate, on your nail as a base underneath your art. But I'm going to, oh, I did that too much. These ones are negative space, and the negative space ones, you have to do them kind of differently. So essentially you're putting this on. This is a well. The scraper is scraping this off so that you can get a layer, and then you take that layer and it stamps, and then you take light on this might help. Nope, did we do that wrong? There we are. And then you take your, I'm going to do this one as an example. Then you take your design and you apply it on. So this one was one I was working on some things as a demo earlier. Now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to do this shade with the flowers. Oh, thank you. Martha said she just finished with one of the other plates and she's going to be posting pictures later. Okay, I can't wait to see what you did. Because, yeah, that plate, it's called the Midnight Ball. See, and then you can layer this over so that you get a different image. And these were not great colors. I just grabbed two. Do I have the Midnight Ball one here? Yeah, right there. This is the, did I knock something over? The Midnight Ball, this is the plate she's talking about. And it's kind of like, you know, the fairy princess at the ball with the prince. So you have the images dancing, you have the castle, the carriage, and all kinds of, you know, fancy little accoutrement. It's super cute. And I got, the reason that's coming up is I got four plates on one order that I just thought, hey, these ones were cool. And there was this one that was the Midnight Ball. There's another one that is lightning striking. Do I have it here? I grabbed a bunch. No, I didn't grab those. But there's lightning strikes is the whole plate of different images. There's the another separate plate that has different versions of stars and, you know, like things you can for celebrations and whatnot. And then the other one was dragon scales and dragon images of dragons. And I really thought the dragon one would be a huge hit. I thought everyone would go bananas over it because that plate sold out twice. It sold out almost immediately. They restocked it. I got mine, and then it sold out again. And last I saw it, it was still sold out. So there's that one. The one with the stars, and then the one with the light. I thought that the dragon would be the most interested one. The lightning would be the next interested one. The stars would be the next interested one, and that the Midnight Ball would be the least interested one. And that's kind of the one in the order I started. So I did this one, I did the stars, I did the lightning, and I did the dragon. And at this point, 2 weeks later, this one is still the number one. Most people are watching that one than they did watching all the other plates combined. It blew my mind. I just thought it was hysterical. The things that interest other people versus what interests me. So this is why I say, when I do my videos and I in all of my posts of things, tell me what you want to see, because the things I pick are not necessarily going to be what people want to see or what people want to learn or know about. The things that I do this for my enjoyment, but I do the channel to be able to share with people the things I do, and that might not always, you know, hit with everybody. So and then, Martha, was it you that was asking about foil? I know you were asking about doing straight lines, and I shared that with you. Did that you said that helped you to better understand how to get straight lines, but were you the one that was asking about foil? Because on one of my videos, one of the lives, somebody came in towards the end and said they wanted to know more to see how to do foil because they just couldn't get it to work. So I'm still trying to figure out who it was, and I'm still sharing tidbits because eventually they'll pop up and go, yeah, that was me, and then I can ask more questions. Because at the time I didn't have the foil and I wasn't prepared and I didn't have the ability to do that. Okay, well, I'll figure it out. I don't know who it was, but anyway. Hi, Spiro. Nice to see you again. How you doing? Just to let everybody know, Spiro has volunteered to be my admin, and I told them to think about it because I'm just kind of winging it at the moment, and Spiro's like a teenager, so we don't want to overwhelm. And she's a teenager from Germany? No, Russia. A teenager living in Russia. That's just blows my mind. Because, I'm in the United States, and to have someone that wants to be a part of my channel from another country so far away is just, I think that's so special. And I will have to say, in my video yesterday, towards the end, I got a little ranty because I was crabby. Like I said, I saw that video from the other influencer that was being incredibly rude to the staff, demanding that, do you know who I am, and wanting to get an order for something that they didn't have in stock, that they had the item available, but other people ordered it and it was already paid for. So they were going to come pick it up the next day, and they were saying, you need to place an order 24 hours in advance. She's like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm here now. And I'm like, oh my God, this woman was awful, demanding and rude. And she's like, you're going to get fired. I'm going to put this on. And the poor cashier was like, I make $13 an hour. Do I look like I care? And I'm sitting here going, oh my God, that poor child. There are people who are in the, who are in the nail community who are incredibly warm and caring and sweet. And I love all of you absolutely so very much. And then there are other people out in the real world that you see them behave like the worst human being you can imagine, and you're just going, what the Lord love a duck? What in the duck? I say this because there was a poem rhyme that the teenagers, when my teenagers were teenagers, used to say about ducks and sheriffs and kangaroos, and I can't repeat it politely to anybody, so I changed what they were saying to duck, and so now we use duck when I'm upset. What the duck? Because we love ducks. What the duck? And sadly, I don't get to very often, but duck ramen. Yeah, I'll be quiet now. I don't want to make anybody upset. Like I said, I only have it like once every 10 years. But it's so good. Anyway. So, yeah, I went a little ranty yesterday about businesses and corporations, and I couldn't remember what I was saying. I was all over the place. I'm tired. I'm crabby. I need to go watch happy shows that make me feel better. I decided 20 some odd years ago I couldn't watch the news anymore. It just made me too upset. I couldn't listen to anything. So I get bleeps and blurbs of things that notifications pop up and tell me about stuff. Otherwise, I just try to stay out of it, because if I were to get involved and talk about it, I would just not be here. My entire body would explode from the stress of how mad it makes me. So we don't do that. We're good. Okay, well, when I go live, I can, I don't know if you have any of the other, because at this point, I don't know that you're going to be able to find me, but if anybody has any questions or wants to talk to me, my My handle name is my email address. So it's Grandma Mimsy is one word when you're trying to find me. Oh, I'm glad you love math. And you know what? If you can't be here, that's okay. Do not apologize. You just be here to help me out. So my email address is grandmamimsysays@gmail.com. Anybody can, if you have questions or whatever and you want to, send me a message, go ahead. But it's easier to find me through the other services of social medias that are available. So if you want to send a message to find me on Instagram or Facebook in Messenger, those ones I will get the messages easier, I think. I don't check the social media. I have a lot to do. I have a puppy and a hubster and the nails that I do and the videos that I do, and there's dinner and there's the general aspect of making sure I eat myself, because I'm not good at making food for me. I make good food for a crowd, but to stop and go cook something for me is, I have to work at it because I'm always taking care of everybody else. So basically, I check my email when I think I have to. Oh yeah, that's right. I haven't done that for a couple days. So a lot of times though, certain messages will pop through, but if we're not already friends and connected, it might take me a day or two to see the hidden message or whatever the case. And if I don't know who you are and you're saying weird things to me, I'm going to ignore you, because I now have it set up for if somebody wants to be rude like they were the other day, asking bad questions for things that are highly inappropriate and saying things that don't belong in this place. We're about nails. We're about life. We're about each other. But if you want to come in and just be a pain in the butt troll, I will block you. I don't have time. I don't have the energy. If and I'm just gonna say that from now on. So you understand me, and I understand you, that when you take care of a lot of people and you're responsible for a lot of things, the heavy is that hat you wear that you require to do all that work. And I'm just popping in here because, again, like I said, I'm just trying to fill space so that people don't feel abandoned. And I'm not saying that I think Maniology is abandoning people. They've said that they're going to continue doing videos. I understand, though, they have a job to do, and that job is not being on YouTube Live. And the emotional response that people will feel when you've been connected to something and you've been doing something every week, every time of the Tuesday that you're coming to do this, you have formed this as a habit in your brain, and it's kind of like an addiction. When you break up with somebody, you feel the loss of that. And even though they're not going away, they're still going to be there. They're just going to be there less. It's still an emotional pang. So Melissa's saying, I will block them too. I had some on my last live wanting me to stream with them and couldn't take no for an answer. It's very distracting. Like I said, the nail people, for the most part, we are a tight group. We care about each other. We do good things. And then every now and then you find in humanity, there are people out there that are just, you want to go, were you dropped on your head? What is wrong with you? Oh, I don't have the ability to have subs yet. That's why I'm doing this. I'm at such a low level influencer. But yeah, I'm still trying to, I'm at less than 400 subs for subscriptions. I can't do subs, I think what you're talking about, until, oh my God, I got to get to 1,000 people till I can do a boatload of other stuff. I'm still limited in the kiddie pool. Yeah, isn't it nice? We're all supporting of each other. I am so happy that people can be brought together through this, and we can all be there to ooh and ah and admire the things that we all do, because the nail stuff that we do is for self-care. It's to make us feel internally better. But when you have you have your tribe you can share that with, oh my goodness, you feel so much more connected to it, because you can then you talk to these people about, and they know what you're talking about when you're trying. It's like, hey, walk into a sports bar and go say, hey, do you like my nails? You're gonna get, huh, what are you doing here? You know what I mean? It's a complete disconnect. But when you find your tribe, yeah, that could be teens or young. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, the crud is awful. I know, I know, I know. um I have things I could share, but I'd have to go write out the stuff for you. But I will figure out what the recipe is, and I'll try and get it to you for tomorrow, because it's all stuff from your kitchen. I have been homeopathic for so long, because man, the stuff they give you, and then next thing you know, you need another prescription because that one has side effects, and then that one gives you, and then next thing you know, you're taking things for depression because all of it makes you feel sad, and then you're taking things because the depression medication gives you the twitchies, and then you take the stuff for the twitchies, and it gives you more depression, and you're going, why am I taking these things? Yeah, it's cuckoo nuts. So yeah, I just want to say that again. I'm sorry yesterday for being a little manic. I'm not, I don't consider myself to be, like that type of depression. My depression, I think, is more like I'm sad within, and I feel the hurt for humanity, and it kind of makes me want to cry. And then there are times that, how do I put this without making people, I don't want to be the depressing Debbie Downer. I don't mean to use names in a wrong way, but I really just, that I was made to be responsible for everybody, so making friends was hard for me. So I don't have a huge outworking network of friends that are outside of my family, and my family was horrible. So they're either gone or we don't talk. So I kind of, feel orphaned in a way. And the other extended people that I married into those families were not as warm and ingratiating either. So a lot of times I feel a bit off because I've had to send my kids away to do their visitation or their whatever that they were required to do with other family members. And when you are not needed, you feel a little less than. And then when they grow up and move out and they definitely don't need you anymore, it's okay, Spiro. I'll see, if you watch this later, I'll see you later. You do what you have to do. Don't worry. Your commitment to me is the level that you can commit, and that's all I care about. If you're able to be here, you're able to be here. If you're not, I understand. You're in a completely different time zone, a completely different country, and you are really young. So don't put the pressure. Please just do what you feel like you can do, and I don't expect you to do anything more. Oh my gosh. I would see, and again, that hurts my heart. Seems like a sweet kid. I appreciate the wanting to be a part of things, but doggone it, she should have a life. She should be, you know, I'm going to take, I think it's a she. We didn't have that conversation, but all I got is that they are 13. At 13, oh my gosh, be a kid. Enjoy life. Do not saddle yourself that you have to be here. You want to be here, you be here for fun. And when you can't be here, that's okay too. Oh gosh. Ah, I remember being 13. Anyway, so I'm gonna put this one away. I just kind of wanted to do some quickies on this one if you're game. If you want to see more about this one, which is the Mod Pod plate I can share if you don't. Thank you, Melissa. It's hard to put it into terms that you don't want to be sad and depressing, and you're not trying to go, uh, you know, be here and be my buddy and hold my hand. That's not what I'm asking for. It's just, again, this is kind of why I'm trying to do this channel as more of a live and a connection to people, because when you're used to having certain things and places be there in your life and they're gone, you feel the loss of it. And it's hard to regulate how you're going to deal with that. And okay, I'll use it. Yeah, this one, it's a fairly new one. It's less than a year old, but I've had it since it came out. And I don't think it ever really got a lot of attention. And I don't know that this one would be something that you could, I mean, you could use this on your own. I could see this, like, you could use some of these edges for a French tip kind of situation. But I also see them, like, this is more of like squiggles that you could use, like if you're doing a nature theme, or, you know, like a pond, or with ducks, or, you know, this could be, you know, for landscape, like if you wanted to do weather, and you're doing like the lightning strikes, or rain showers. I mean, this one, whatever image that you could see underneath something else is what you could use this one for. It is just a very basic uniform, but it's also kind of like using the, it's like using the block. There's a lot of negative space. So you have to use this one at those angles where you're not, please stay up there. You have to use this one delicately, like those angles that you're using, so that you don't dig into the image, if that makes sense. So okay, that's not going to stay. That is just, see, and this is what I've been doing. I mean, for every time I go to do something, and it's like I want to log into something, it wants me to prove who I am. And I was just there 5 seconds ago, and I forgot that amount, and I need to go, or I need another total of something, or I need to double check on a payment of something. I was just there, and I got to all last 3 weeks. I got to turn around and relog in. I told you to remember me, and nothing's remembering me. Nothing's working right. Hi Lisa, how you doing? I don't know, it was probably a couple months ago. I was trying to order. I'm not a huge fan of Subway. But every now and then when they have that foot-long special where you can get an entire sandwich that will actually fill up Hubster, and I don't have to worry about him going, you got anything else? I'm still hungry. This man can eat, and I swear to you, it's like his legs are like, you know, tiny. You have no idea how much the food this man can put away. He eats me out of house and home more than any teenager I have ever met. I cannot keep food in this house. A bag of chips will not live past the expiration date of anything. I talk too much, and that went bye-bye. It's not going to pick up. But so I was going to order dinner one night because the one we have that's near us is open until like 2 a.m, and he was getting off late one day, and I didn't feel like cooking. It had been a long day, a lot of stuff. I don't know what the heck. I was tired. This was like 2 or 3 months ago, and the app wouldn't take my payment. There was not a single card, a credit card, a bank card, a debit card, nothing. It would not. I can only order Subway through their app. I have to use Google Pay. Like, you dropped an entire plastic container of glitter that Maniology sent. Oh, you did not see my picture I posted? Transition thought. Okay. I got this off of Amazon because I'm trying to find a glitter I like. I'm trying to find a chrome that I like. I'm trying to find stuff to play with, just to have more things to play with, because there's a lot of stuff out there. So I got this one because it's supposed to have, I don't know if you can see this, is not blurry there. It's not coming in. There it is. Okay. So it has this plastic thing that there's this little tab. Now watch as I hold this very carefully, because heaven forbid. So it's got this insert that goes in so that when you're pouring it out, I thought, well, hey, when I'm done with this, I can transfer other glitters into this so I don't spill, because it's supposed to just come out just a little bit at a time, right? I went to pull it up. I didn't hold this part down. I pulled it up. Next thing I know, I went like this. I had glitter. This was 2-3 days ago. I'm still cleaning it up. I mean, in case, I don't know if you can see the sparkle. I still have glitter everywhere. It is all over my table. I have been wiping this stuff down for 3 days. So we're on point. We're in sync. Spilling glitter must be in the air. Yeah, I just I didn't want to deconstruct everything, so I'm just trying to do it the hard way. For me, if I can go through, I can get it cleaned up. And to be honest, if I go over it with my lint brush, it does get a pretty good job. And I have been doing the ones that Maniology has, the sheets. When I'm done with those, I try that. Yeah, mine went on my. I have silicone, and then I have another silicone that's a hard one. Like it's technically a cutting board, but I put that underneath there to keep it all so it's all nice and flat. Because the table underneath likes to be not necessarily, and I'm putting things down and they're falling. I'm like, oh my god, this nail stuff is the struggle is real. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. The Maniology sticky sheets picks it up pretty good, but it doesn't get everything. Because, man, when you spill it, go back and laugh at me. The unboxing of the not last year's Halloween box, the previous years, where they had Trickster, the green polish. I dropped that thing doing one of my videos. I had green polish everywhere and all over me. And for the love of me, it took me a week to get all that cleaned up. I don't know what to say. Spilling has become the normal for me. Hold, please. Okay, we're back. Come on. Technology. Yes. Yeah, I agree with you. I am now here's the thing. Okay. Melissa's comment, we looked like the Twilight vampires. I had glitter all over my arms and hands and sparkled. So the thing is, for me, I like to wear, I have this cream that does have a shimmer and a sparkle. I like to put that on my face every day because it makes me feel, all special, and it smells so nice and it makes my skin feel good, and I love it. And yeah, it's got a little bit of sparkle. So I regularly will have glimmers of sparkle on me because of the stuff that I wear. And then it gets everywhere, in my hair and on my arms and, all kinds of other places. And then I saw a video somewhere that somebody was advertising this particular brand, and I went to go hunt it down, and I found something I thought was the same brand, but it's not. It was an off-brand. Explains why it was less money. But basically, you spray it. It's canned air that sprays this massive amount of sparkle on you, and it's like you need one spray and you are covered. I mean, you are like glitter like everywhere. And I like doing that every now and then when, especially if I'm going to go out and be out in public and do stuff. I want to sparkle. I want to shine. So there's this one person that I see regularly that is no longer in the area. They've moved, but would go, oh, hey, Sparkle, how you doing? You sparkling today? Yeah. Okay, great. I'm like, yes, that became a running joke. I literally was the other day walking around. I had this stuff because I was playing with trying to figure, because I'm still trying to figure out who the person. So Melissa, you're here. I don't know if you were here the other day. Martha was not it. I don't remember. Lisa wasn't it. But somebody was asking about using foil, and I haven't seen them back. So at this point, I was practicing going, okay, how can I better explain for the next video of how to have more information on how to use foil? And I was trying to come up with, okay, this is what I do and works for me, but how else can I explain it to someone else who's struggling with it? So I was picking things up. I had polish everywhere. I was making a mess. I didn't care. I was just experimenting. And then I spilled the glitter. So that's the other reason why I've been having trouble. It's like I had polish and it was a mess. And I've been for 3 days cleaning it up. No, I didn't think it was you, Melissa. I was just, if you were here and you remembered who it was. I want to say it was, the name started with an A or something. Or I don't know. Eventually I will find them. They'll come back. I draw you to the people that had questions about foil. You will find me in return, and we will share glitter stories together. Glitter. Okay. Yeah. I'm discombobulated, so don't mind me. Okay, back to what I was doing. What was I doing? I was going to share. I'm going to polish. Hey, I get distracted with the stories. I am not, I have been tested. I am not ADHD. Hyper, yes, but attention deficit, no. But squirrels, yes. Because I think we all do. I think it is super easy to get distracted, especially when you're doing nails and then stuff comes up and you kind of go, hi, how you doing? Because I think a lot of us don't necessarily get to just vibe with people who get us. And we're, us nail people, I think we're squirrely. Because, you know, nail art on our fingers. Who'd have thunk it? Right? Or am I just the crazy grandma that, you know, I'm out here on a ledge by myself? But if I am, just let me know. I'm okay with that. People calling me weird and being the kook. I have said this before. My great grandmother was a very posh English lady. Oh my God. So part of me grew up in that in life, you keep a stiff upper lip and you carry on and you don't let things phase you. All right, fine. And so I did spend a lot of time with my grandfather, and I would visit with my great grandmother often enough before we lost her. But because I was visiting with my grandparents a lot, I got to spend time with him watching the shows that he would import from the UK. So I was watching Doctor Who when it was still in black and white. I don't remember all the doctors because I used to know that, but right now we work on what information do we need to hold on to today, and then the rest of the other stuff we'll go figure it out. Of course, Melissa, it's either good or it's not good, and we're a hot mess in the middle. That's the way it always goes, and that's okay. So but I was watching Doctor Who, and I'd go talk to people and they'd be like, what are you talking about? Because this was imported. This was not a mainstream TV. Nobody in the United States knew anything about Doctor Who. They all thought I was a nutter. And I would go to say things and like, where are you talking? What are you from? Because again, I was around my English posh people who spoke in a certain way and words were different. So, yeah, you're weird. That's okay. I am happy to be weird now. Because that means then people look at me and they go away. They don't bother me anymore. Or they do strange things. Like I was out with Hubster. We had to go take care of some stuff. And we're at one of the main hubs. And we're going to walk over because I wanted to go talk to the security guys about something. Because, you know, me, I'm the crazy one. I just like to go and say, hey, I appreciate you being security. I appreciate you looking out for us and, you know, making sure that we're all safe. And in the middle of trying to get to the security guys, this guy walks up and goes, you're the most beautiful woman I have ever seen. And my husband's standing right there. I just thought it was the weirdest thing. Okay, that didn't show up very well because, hey, I didn't put a base color down. And he looks at me and I go, stuff like that happens all the time. I get the weirdest things. I was out and about and I got lost and I went in to go get something to eat. And this guy, I was talking to the cashier about the menus because I hadn't been in, I've ordered from places, but I haven't been in a inside an actual restaurant for a very long time. And I'm like, okay, well, this has changed and this has changed. And this is what I normally eat when I go out because heaven forbid, you know, the things I eat, I can't eat a whole lot in one sitting. I have to eat in little, I have not had gastric bypass, but I kind of have to have meals like that. I can't tolerate eating these big, huge things. Thanksgiving kills me because there's so much food you want to eat. And I get 3 bites in and I'm done. But what am I doing? See, it's either great or it's not great. But so I go in and the guy goes, here, and he goes to hand me $20. He says, you order whatever you want. Don't worry about how much it costs. He goes, just give me the change back when you're done. He goes, you know what? Keep the change. I don't care. Oh, okay. So now my husband goes, he jokes if I need to go someplace and I go out, he goes, go ahead and go outside and go get someone to buy lunch. Just make sure you buy it that you can bring food home for me. And then on the way back, I was at the bus stop and what did I miss? Doctor Who. I love Doctor Who. I haven't seen the old ones. I have watched from the 9th Doctor on. Tenet is my favorite. I love Tenet. And people here still don't watch it a lot. I know they don't. Yeah, and Harry Potter. I can't tell you. I mean, I've read the books. I watched all the movies. And when I get in a mood where I just want something on, I'll put on a Harry Potter. And one of the streaming services we have basically has the whole series. So I can just put the thing on and let it play. Yeah. Don't eat much. As an example, it's like to get the free delivery that, you know, with the app, you got to spend so much money. So I'll get like 3 tostadas and a burrito from, and something to drink from Del Taco. And I was on the phone with my friend and she was like, go ahead and eat. You know, her and I, we can get on the phone and we can talk for 9 hours about nothing. And so she's like, go ahead. So I was eating what I would, and I put my food aside when I'm done. And then a little while later, I'm hungry again. We were on the phone for 6 hours. It took me 3 hours to eat my food. I can barely when McDonald's has the dinners with the $5 dinners where you get the double cheeseburger, an order of fries, an order of nuggets, and a drink. Okay, I'll drink my drink. I'll eat 1, maybe 2 of the 4 nuggets, but generally it's just 1, and I'll get 3/4 of the way through the double cheeseburger, and I take half the fries and I stuff my cheeseburger with the fries. I know I'm crazy, and I add all kinds of extra stuff to make it edible. I'm not a huge fan of McDonald's, but hey, you know, basically I can get 2 meals for $10 to feed him for the moment. He eats the rest that I don't eat, and then is still going, what else you got? I know it's not a whole lot of food, but it's a double cheeseburger, fries, nuggets, and a drink, and I can't even finish the whole thing. Hi, Starlight. How you doing? And your phone died. I had that problem too. Oh, I am so jealous of your. Melissa says her oldest went to London, saved her money, lived her dream from the third grade, and she was 23 when she got to go visit. I would love to go visit London. London, Cardiff. I want to go to Scotland, England. I mean, the whole. Yeah, I want to be able, and yet I'm an introvert and I hate travel, and I'm terrified to fly, not because I'm afraid it's gonna crash. I'm not. It's whatever. You step 2 feet outside and you get hit by an air conditioner. I mean, seriously. If it's your time, your time. It's the motion of the plane and the up and the down, and it messes with the ears and the vertigo. And I don't do well if with heights. So I would love to go places if I didn't have to physically go through the process of the travel. And it sounds crazy. Yeah, and the other thing is that I have seen how housekeeping takes care of rooms. Okay, this is my OCD talking. I'm sorry. But when you take clothes and blame my mother, and I know everybody goes blame the mother, but seriously, if you are going to sit in your street clothes that you have been outside in the world where you have touched all the icky nasty stuff, and you have a dog that likes to get on your chair or your couch and you do all the icky nasty stuff. I love my dog, but she needs a bath because she does things that we don't want to, experience. And in the process of that, um, my mother would go take the clothes out of the dryer and then she would put them on her chair and fold them and put the folded one on the floor. I'm not talking about doing this from the items being in laundry baskets. She would take them out of the laundry basket and put them on the dirty places. And then this is what you're going to go take a shower with and clean your body, dry your body. Um, Now you understand the nature of my OCD. It's real. You cannot unsee things. So I do my best to not let it make people crazy around me. But yeah, if there is no 5-second rule, I don't care what it is. If it fell on the floor, the towel, the food, it's dirty. It's going. You want to have it? It's yours. But okay, see you in a little bit when you come back. Um, so So Martha, you understand that the struggle with the OCD is real. I don't have OCD tendencies. I have that's icky and gross. It's a no. Hmm. And yes, like Monk on the TV series, I wash my doorknobs. I just don't do it in the dishwasher. I go get the little thingy from the little pull out and it's got the sanitizing stuff and you wipe and you close everything back and then you're good. I don't undo I don't need screwdrivers or it's just you wipe the outsides and then there you go. And I do this because Hubster will go through and gather up all the trash and he's touching all these things and gathering all this stuff and he'll go put it in the bag and then he goes and opens the door and goes out and then he comes back in the door and closes the door and then I go get the cleaning and I wipe the door, I wipe the doorknob, I wipe the places that he touched and close the door back up because you touched dirty trash. I had raw chicken packages in there or beef or whatever, and then you just touch the doorknob and now there's germs. And everyone goes, you shouldn't wash your chicken because you're gonna get all that germy stuff everywhere. Okay, well he just got that stuff on the doorknob. I'm washing the doorknob. Hi, Ursuline, how you doing? What's happening is I'm sharing a plate from a while ago, but I'm talking more than I'm doing anything on it. This is M300. It is called Mod Pods. It is still available on the Maniology website. I've been trying to demo it, but then we keep talking about all kinds of things like Doctor Who and my OCD and my crazy days of watching shows of people who do bad things and how much I love the Maniology community that follows me because they are so kind and sweet and helpful. Wipes, alcohol, cleaners. So you understand my dilemma, Random. The OCD of the things that make you go, that's ew. You got to clean that. and you understand when things are not the way they need to be in the order that they need to be in, and there's a logical reason why you do it. The people make fun of OCD, but you know what? Hello, it's me and my OCD is what kept me detailed. It's what kept me on point. It was why I was such a good employee, and you know, took care of everything because man, my checklists. Oh, yep, Martha. That is you wash the chicken with vinegar and everything else with bleach water and soap. And basically I have what I will go and do is that I take the chicken out of the package, and I have this very large, very deep. It's not a Dutch oven, but it's the size of one. So it's big. And I will go put my chicken in that, and then I put the water to this in the corner because basically there's enough room where I can let the stream go into the pan and it's not splashing anywhere. I have it on a low stream. I have time. I'll let it fill. And then I kind of swirl it around and let it do what it needs to do. And then I can drain that, or I can take the chicken out and put it in a different pan. So yeah. And yeah, I'm picky. And then when I start to cook something, it's kind of raw, and I'll move things around. And then when it's to the point where it's almost done, I get a new utensil to cook with. Because there you go. And then 9 times out of 10, I'm putting vinegar or something that's going to kill all the stuff in it anyway. I'm sorry if my chicken can last the pickle juice, the jalapeno brine. I mean, I'm putting things in there that most people are like, yeah, that's flavor. Why throw that stuff out? I mean, it tastes good. Just because you don't have no more of the pepperoncinis that go in it. Oh no, that's going in the sauce. I'm a crazy cook. I pull things out from, okay, here's a spice. It goes, and my hands do not have sparkle when I wash because I have a scrub daddy, and we spray that and we scrub and we get all the icky stuff off of our hands. And then I cook with my hands because if I want to put a spice in, I'm either using the lid cap or I'm putting it in my, I do, I don't even know how to explain. I don't even know a term for it. Other than I'm just nuts. Okay, so basically, this is what I did. Try and get in the frame here. I did the one wave one way, and I did the wiggle the other way. So you could kind of do that, like I said, as far as using this for like French tips or using it as a background. Who said? Where was it? Hi, Nana, you're back. Nana, were you the one that was somebody was asking about foil. I'm trying to find out who the foil person was that wanted more information. Did I already ask you? I don't know. I'm crazy because I know a couple of days ago I did a live last week or something, and somebody wanted to know more how to better use. And I'm asking everybody because I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing wrong. Yeah, the plate is Mod Pod's. It's M300. It's been around for a while, but I don't think it got any notice. I didn't get a chance to share it, so I just took off the plastic today, and we're playing with it because it's kind of cute in a very Play-Doh way. It's there's so many options you can do with this, as both use the designs as they are in a simple way, or use them underneath something else. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to figure out who it was. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm asking y'all, but we're gonna pray to the nail gods that they send the person back who did. So where was my crazy nail? Yeah, because basically it came out, and they shared, I think they said something about it in maybe one of the lives, but it didn't get like a good press release. Nobody basically bothered to say, hey, this plate exists. So I went, hey, you know what? Let me get that plate because I see potential. and then it got put in a stack. I have a stack that is in the width. It's like this big. You can't see my hand. It's like this big. I have a stack of plates. I have yet to that's why I stopped buying plates. Because I have so many that I have not had to share or use or do anything with. And it's like, I need to use my plates. Bye, Martha. Thank you for coming. I'll see you later. I'm just going to keep doing this every day until I get better at it because I'm so terrified of doing this. I know it doesn't seem like it because, you know, basically if I get around a couple of people and I feel comfortable with y'all and I feel comfortable enough after doing all the videos that now I become a chatty Cathy. But yeah, and I'm doing it too thin. I'm going to redo that one. Don't talk. Don't watch what you're doing when you're scraping. Don't dig into the thing. Go level and parallel. Do the stuff the right way. Come on, proper. Get in there. I'm sure Melissa can confirm that when you're trying to do a video and you're trying to talk and you're trying to do the steps that you need to do, it's like, you know, walking and chewing bubble gum. You're trying to No. I give. We want it to look its best. This is nail dress up. We want it to give it its due justice. Oh, thank you, Nana. The nerve-wracking is that they're no kidding, no joke. The nerves are like, and the adrenaline rush that you feel after, it feels fun because it like kicks into like the weirdest adrenaline feeling that, you know what, maybe it's this polish. But the adrenaline that you feel while you're doing it, and I think that's partly why I become such a chatty Cathy, because it's like, I'm so nervous. Lisa, you don't have to apologize. I totally understand. You can be, like I told Spiro, be here when you can. I appreciate when you guys come. You have become my bonded buddies, you know, through everything with all this. I absolutely enjoy seeing and chatting with you and sharing and talking about all kinds of stuff. And I appreciate when you watch my videos beyond measure. But if you can't be here for time management, what am I doing wrong? Any other time, I'm not focusing right. All I ask is, you know, if you can be here, I appreciate you. If you can't and you have other commitments or you're not feeling well, by all means, life in real life, IRL, it matters. And it matters that you have to go do what you have to go do, and you have to be responsible. You have to be mindful of what it is that is necessary. I'm only here because I can, and I'm here to be here for other people who want to be here. And I expect no more, no less. I do not love this. I do not love this image, what I'm not getting. I don't know what it is I'm not getting, but there you go. Splot. We're just going to splot. And I'm going to try something else. That one is just giving me, I don't know. It's giving me, what the heck did I do? Maybe I'm too low. Maybe I messed that one up. Oh, I can't. The struggle is real. That's okay, Melissa. Like I said to earlier to Lisa, if you have life commitments and you have responsibilities, you have family, you have other things you need to take care of. If you're not feeling well, my goodness, I'm just here to be of a place for people who need a place to be, because we have cold medicine is 100 proof. We have bonded in the connectedness of being there every week, and have followed the Maniology journey with the plates and the stuff, and we've become, chat people who have become connected to each other. And the fact that they have to change, that just leaves a void, and I'm just here to be a place for those that still need to fill that void. I'm not saying I think that I'm anything other than I'm just here because I can be. And if you can be and want to be, then you're more than welcome. What am I doing today? I think I'm going to trade over to a different plate, because this one I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe it's just because the nail gods are not having it in for me. So we're going to practice with that one later on with different polishes, because that one is just giving me a headache. I don't know if there's anything anybody else wants to see specifically. I'm going to do a swirly. I like the swirlies. No, I'm going to do the blue. Give me a swirly, because you know what? I need a swirly. I need happy swirlies. Yeah, Melissa, I kind of had that a bunch of years back, and I was trying everything I could to figure out to get rid of the crud that just would not go away. And I have recipes that, I kid you not, they're not going to be happy going down, because they're not alcohol related. But at this point, and I know that cough syrup thing, because when I was a kid, that's what I was given. I kid you not. I'm 5 years old and I can't breathe. And my mom would go get the sippy cup from Tupperware without the lid, because my sister was using the sippy cups. But she'd go get it for measure, fill it half full of whatever soda we had and half full of whatever alcohol. And it didn't matter. I was drinking at 5. And whatchamacallit. So yeah, tequila, rum, vodka, you name it, I had it. And I used to be able to drink. People would look at me and go like, the few times I was out, and they'd be like, "Are you sure you're okay with that?" Oh yeah. I had 5, I think it was, when I turned 21. I had 5 Long Island iced teas, and they all keep looking at me going, "Are you sure you can walk?" Now you have to understand that was a boatload of years ago, because my kid's 41 and I had her before I turned 21. So anyway. Yeah, unfortunately, they did that, but they also didn't know that the honey is bad for babies that are under a year. Oh my God. But yeah, I miss the raw honey. I'm in the desert. I miss plants. I miss, some parts of nature. But see, the problem is, when I lived in places where there was nature would attack me. So I get allergies bad enough as it is here, and there's nothing growing. There's rocks and sand. So if I live someplace where there are actual plants, I can't breathe ever. It's just so I have to live someplace where there is no humidity and nothing that will come up from any place. You know, it's kind of like the Little Shop of Horrors, Feed Me Seymour. The things that grow and do come at me and go, yep, nope. This plate is it's the M472. It's something swirls. The swirly ones, they have I want to say there's like 4 or 5 different swirls, because there's a couple of them that are swirls that are just um, French tip type things. Do I have it here? I was going through my tips and I was pulling out a bunch because I was in the mood. But they're like this, but all the images are swirls. But this isn't the swirl one. This is something else. But I think I have all of the. There for a while, I lost track of the orders that I was doing, so I don't want to order any more of the French tips before I double check, because I think I have some of them, so I just don't know where they are, and I don't want to place an order and then have duplicates. But I think I have all of the French tip plates except for maybe 3 that are in question. So it's like, uh-huh. I love the swirl. I did it too soon. I messed up the. It wasn't completely dry. I thought it was, but hey, you know what? We're gonna throw some glitter on it. Let's hope we don't spill. That it's just gonna be. I spilt everywhere. We'll just make it pretty. And then I'll stamp back over it again. See? Glitter everywhere. I'm not worried about it. I got 2 of these. Even though I spilled, I still have a ton in the container. I'm just gonna have glitter on everything for the next 6 years. Okay, go deal with the grandbaby. And go feel better when, however. Yeah, I used to do that, Nana, as far as the getting the mystery polishes and the mystery plates, and I did that my first year. And then I went, okay, I've had enough, because I started getting duplicates of polish, and I went, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore with the plates. And as I've been cleaning up and going through all of them, I have so many polishes and plates at this point. I don't have a way to organize them. So I've had to go through the process of reorganizing. And then my reorganizing needed to get reorganized because I found more polish and plates. It was just bananas. So I've slowed down a bit because I'm a little overwhelmed with everything I have. And I need to make a list of everything I have. And I want to be able to use everything I have. Bye, Melissa. Hope you feel better. If you come back, you come back. And if you don't, sad to see that you had to go, but grandbabies matter. When grandbabies call, we answer. Because they're the grandbabies, and they matter. They matter more than the kids. I don't know if that's wrong or right, but you know what? It's like me and my kid, we have finally gotten to a place that now she's an adult and she's as old as she is, and she's gone through some of the things where you go, mm-hmm. And she's like, don't say I told you so. It's like, I'm not saying that. You figured it out finally. Yeah, it's okay. So yeah, when the grandbabies call, mm-hmm. Yep. Grandma makes time whenever I possibly can. That's a sparkle and glitter and chrome, and that looks pretty cute. And just for the sake of argument, let me... Oh, we have reached the time, kids. I'm sorry. My phone is on 12%. It's gonna die. So I need to say my goodbyes. I can come back later tonight, or I can come back tomorrow. I'm planning that if Maniology said they were going to do 2 a month, and they have not done one since the 23rd. So I'm thinking they're going to do one tomorrow, but if not, I'll be here tomorrow. And then I'll be here every day that I possibly can this week, because I'm trying to figure out, okay, I have no idea, and it's probably because Maniology has a much bigger channel base than I do. They might have different bells and whistles in their arsenal than I do, but their video is, yeah, no matter the grandbaby's age. Their video, they do a live, and you can rewind it, or you can replay it. As soon as it's over, you can go back and do it. Mine takes hours to process, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So there's that. That's why I keep doing this. I'm trying to figure out, eventually I will push the right buttons and it will be, oh, that's what I needed to do. But there you go. So I have finally figured out how to schedule, so you all get the notification that I'm going to go live, and it shows up and does all that fun stuff. I figured that out finally. But thank you, Nana. I hope you feel better. I hope you all feel better. I know that the crud of whatever's going around, it's hitting hard, and it's not a flu, it's not a cold, but it's ugly. It's awful. It lingers. So y'all do what you need to do out there to be safe. But yeah, so I'm just going to keep trying this as much as I can. Wednesdays are a bit of a tough day for me, especially in the afternoon, but I'm going to try working around all the things I need to work around. And then Thursday is the day I kind of think I can do a live and not have any interruptions, but I'm just going to keep trying every day that I possibly can, and posting in advance that I do. And if I'm not going to do a live, or I can't do a live, I'll put a notification someplace all over the interwebs of things. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you for showing up and encouraging me and helping me and supporting me through all of this nuttiness of YouTubes and nails, and joining me for all the wacky conversations that we have. I know everybody's trying to be the best human they can possibly be in these wild times. I'm not saying anybody's right or wrong. I'm just saying we all need to be good people, and mindful and loving and caring and have empathy, because there are people out there that are doing some awful things. I mean, seriously, when you have influencers and people who go to places and say, do you know who I am? I'm sorry, if they didn't know who you are, you ain't doing the right. You ain't doing it right. That's it. Just, if you want to be an influencer, influence the right way. Don't be ungracious and disrespectful. I'm sorry. That's just my pet peeve. Use your manners. I know somewhere along the line somebody taught you. Somebody. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that you appreciate me. I try to be fun. I try not to be sad and depressing, because there's way too much out there. So I want to find all the chuckle and, hey, I spilled glitter. Laugh at the glitter, because there's glitter, like Melissa said. Look like a vampire. I sparkle everywhere. I still have it everywhere. That's okay. That's going to be my fun joke. But yeah, just, be mindful of people. Don't try to, one up them and all this other ugliness. Don't be the bad name of the lady that, let me speak to your manager. No, there's no need for that. Love and kindness. The world needs more love. I'm not a Beatles fan, but dang, isn't that their song? No, I'm the one person on the planet that's not a huge fan of the Beatles, but that's okay. More for you. I just, do not let those who are part of the Misery Loves Company Club recruit you. Even if it's me, even if I'm in my miserable moment trying to recruit you, don't let me recruit you. Because you know what? Misery is not good. It's not good for you. It's not good for us. It's not good for anybody. We're not here to commiserate in misery. We're here to do nails and be happy. So, y'all have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you soon tomorrow at some point or Wednesday. And be safe out there. Be safe. I love you all and I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye.